Victory, triumph.
When I was little, the divine call could be unbearable. But whenever I picked up my violin and played with Mr. Leia, letting the notes drift through the strings, the pain would just fade away. They always said I was born to be a high priestess. But I think it's just because of everything Priest Leia taught me. And now, I can't even help him the way he once helped me. You must think I'm useless, don't you?
Not at all. I was just wondering, have you had the divine call since you were young?
God loves everyone. One day, everyone will be called to serve. But no one hears the divine call at the same time, and God does not call everyone with the same urgency. I'm the earliest recorded person in Lockhart to hear the divine call. So my parents truly believed I would become the greatest high priestess.
Mr. Leia still believes in you. I know you can do this.
Said by someone who might be the Reaper. It still feels a little strange. You suddenly going to meet the terrifying high priestess, Zoe. This isn't some carefully planned scheme, is it? Like disrupting the sacred divine ritual?
You're still with me, right? If something like that really happens, I'm sure you'll do your duty as High Priestess, defeat the Mighty Reaper, and protect your respected teacher.
Mr. Leia's final lesson was about learning to face death. But if the Reaper were to reveal their true form and stand before me, could I really do it?
Then I, as the Reaper, believe you have that ability. So maybe you can trust yourself a little more now, too?
You saying that doesn't really sound like the Reaper I imagined. Shouldn't you be a little scarier? More like Skull?
That kind of clears me of suspicion, doesn't it?
Is this careful act part of your scheme, too?
Could it be? Am I just an ordinary person Barry is using to scare you? Or a Reaper pretending to be ordinary? I'll leave that. She hasn't arrived yet?
You still have a chance to leave. Go out the back door and cross the garden. There's a path.
The Reaper came all this way and hasn't even had their share of refreshments. How could we turn such an esteemed guest away? Harmophius, this behavior is unbecoming of you.
High Priestess Zoe, there must be a misunderstanding. There is currently no evidence to suggest they are the Reaper. They were most likely just deceived by someone from the natural will.
Just because you're blind to the truth doesn't mean I am. Do you remember the will Barry gave to all the God-favored?
The will? That was clearly fake, wasn't it?
You're such a smart child. You must have known deep down the will was real. From the day you received it, you were so scared that you couldn't bring yourself to practice the hymn anymore. The moment the will appeared before you, the toll of the Reaper's bell began to toll in your ears, didn't it?
I'm really going to have to go all out on the acting, aren't I? Ha! I thought I could keep stringing that stupid musician along a little longer. How exactly did you see through me, Zoe?
You're...
Harmophius, how are you still blind to the obvious?
But they clearly fought Skull last night. According to historical records, the injuries Skull sustained would have been fatal to him prior to gaining immortality.
If I'd used my abilities that day, Wouldn't it have alerted everyone to my presence?
You lied to me?
Don't say another word to them. Their power hasn't been fully restored. We must end them now. I've used all my power to contain them. Only you can help me, Harmophius.
Me? What am I supposed to do?
Imitate our Lord and drive the Reaper from this sacred land.
You want me to kill them?
Kill them, and you'll be free of the fear that grips your heart every day. Death will be driven from us once more, and life will endure forevermore in Lockhart. With your fear gone, you'll be able to perform the hymn flawlessly for Leia. The divine ritual is about to begin. There's no more time to wait.
Is there really no other way?
If you refuse, you are betraying your faith entirely.
They're still human. If I kill them, how could I still be worthy of being a follower of life? Would I still have the right to perform the hymn? Since they haven't fully assumed the power of the Reaper, doesn't that mean there's still a chance to save them? Maybe we can still guide them towards the path of good.
It seems you're still trying to protect Barry, even now. That I can tolerate. But this? The devil stands before you and you still hesitate. Do it, now! Your greatest fear will be gone in an instant.
If you cannot feel the dread of death, you will never truly grasp the value of life. You will forever be unable to play the hymn to perfection.
Draw closer to death. Let death consume you. Harmophius, death means nothingness. No sound, no color, no warmth or cold, no time.
Harmophius? Still scared? Kill them, and there will be no more death, no more fear.
It's okay to be afraid of death and still face it.
I'm scared, yes, but I can face it.
Learn to face it head on.
Face it!
Harmophius!
I fear death. I fear it will take my parents away forever. Take everyone I hold dear. Take the music I love most. Perhaps today, this fear will once again prevent me from completing the hymn, and I'll fail to meet Mr. Leia's expectations. But if death didn't exist, I would never truly understand why life is so precious, nor would I ever be able to perform the hymn properly. Mr. Leia once said that we can coexist with our fears. Even the Reaper is alive. I am playing a hymn that praises life. I cannot kill you, nor do I wish to.
But what if they restore their powers one day and become an enemy of the Lord?
I said I would lead them toward goodness. One of the many duties of a priestess is to guide lost lambs back to the flock. Whatever their reasons, they haven't harmed Barry or Skull, which means they have yet to bring death to Lockhart. Even if they are the Reaper, I will guide them onto the correct path.
Have you really thought this through?
If the day where they choose to bring death back to Lockhart ever comes, I will do everything in my power to stop them. Until that day, we should refrain from dictating matters of life and death. Cherishing life is the Lord's teaching, and the belief upheld by the God-favored council. I believe our merciful Lord will understand.
Leave.
I'm sorry, High Priestess Zoe. Regarding the upcoming divine ritual, please give my teacher a proper farewell for me.
What are you talking about? I'm not stopping you from performing.
I can still perform at the divine ritual?
Of course. You've proven to me that you're willing to put your fear aside to do the right thing. I believe you're able to play the hymn perfectly.
But
you do make a good point. Since the Reaper has reappeared in Lockhart as a human, perhaps it means the Lord is willing to give them a chance to right their wrongs. The ritual is about to begin. Go and prepare yourself. The Reaper and I have some things to discuss.
Don't worry about me. I have a lot to talk about with Zoe, too.
Thank you for playing along. We've still got some time left for tea. What are you in the mood for?
What?
We received a new flavor of Madeleine today, and a new tin of Earl Grey. If that's not to your liking, we have Mont Blanc and puff pastries as well. I recommend pairing it with coffee. Ah, the coffee beans. I think I've used up all the dark roast. There's only a bag of light roast left. I'm not sure if that's to your taste.
So you brought me all this way just to discuss afternoon tea snacks?
You helped me put on such a grand performance. This is just a little reward.
You aren't worried I'm the Reaper?
I called you the Reaper to scare Harmophius. That girl's focus is entirely on her music, which is a good thing, but it also makes her much easier to fool than the others. Besides, what's the use in worrying? Death had already returned to Lockhart before you arrived. If you're the Reaper, you're quite late, aren't you?
You mean the Prophet's death?
You haven't said what you'd like to eat yet. Madeleine's, Mont Blanc, or a pastry?
You go ahead and eat. I'm not really in the mood right now.
It's rather impolite to eat alone in front of an honored guest. Regardless, the divine ritual is about to begin, so let's just skip afternoon tea entirely. Weren't you going to tell me something? Go ahead. Say it.
I would like, in my role as the acting Archon of Kylo, to request your permission to build a Tower of Fantasy here in Lockhart, and to hold a funeral to bury the victims who perished in the disaster.
If I recall, the last funeral was 1,000 years ago.
What about the Prophet's funeral?
Do you want to plunge the entirety of Lockhart into chaos?
Looks like it's no use.
I didn't say that. If you want to hold a funeral here, you'd have to announce the Prophet's death to everyone first, then get the people of Lockhart to reaccept the concept of death.
But according to Barry, you covered up the Prophet's death, right? So holding a funeral is out of the question.
I've already told you. I said no such thing.
What did you mean then? Speak plainly.
I need your help uncovering the true cause of the Prophet's death, and to reveal who the true Reaper is.
You think the Prophet was killed by the Reaper? But Barry said the Prophet prophesied that I was the Reaper. What do you believe?
The Prophet foretold of the Reaper's return, which in turn drew you and Shirley, who's outside, here. I believe there must be some connection between you three. But for Barry to guess that you're the Reaper in the painting, don't you agree that's a bit too much?
So you believe I'm not the Reaper, but instead someone who can find them?
It's just a hunch. Mind helping me verify?
So you decided to ask for my help because of the painting the Prophet left behind?
Partly. More importantly, you've got the strongest alibi in the world, and you come from a place where death still exists. No matter how brilliant the God-favored or rough stone hunters I find, even if I believe in their innocence, they can never fully grasp death in the end. Fatal wounds are a thing of the past.
High Priest, the divine ritual is about to commence.
I need some time to think.
All right, take your time. In the meantime, you're free to come and go at the council. If you make up your mind, you can come see me anytime. As a reminder, the funeral for the victims we discussed can only be held once the Lockhart people accept the prophet's death. This is for your sake as well.
I understand the relationship between the two, but have you forgotten about the Tower of Fantasy?
If you mean the Tower of Fantasy humans built before the New Dawn, save your breath. Did you even stop to think how a massive floating island like that could stay hovering above the clouds?
Rely on the Omnium reactor?
Here, we call it the Rough Stone Engine. Come along. The ritual is about to begin. This is your first time seeing such a thing, yes?
Wait, one last question. How do you know so much about me?
This is the Garden of the Gods, and I am its cultivator. I hear more than just the blooming of flowers. I hear the gnawing of roots with perfect clarity as well. Come now. Don't you want to hear Harmophius's performance? Invite your friends to come along as well.
You're such an annoying troublemaker. You don't really feel like the Reaper, but you're definitely annoying enough to be part of the natural will. I was right to keep an eye on you.
Sometimes I muse on foolish curiosities, such as the unpredictable future.